Welcome to Love and Murder. I'm your host, Share. I'll be joined by host Ky. In today's episode, here's a riddle. How many times can you lie to a body cam recorder? How about 37? It's the case of the modern-day Pinocchio. But listen carefully. This fairy tale ends in murder. Let's talk about it, and let's get into Love and Murder.
Good evening. Welcome everyone to another episode of Love and Murder. And today we have a really interesting story. It's oh my gosh, the story is all over the place, and you just, this is caught on body cam. There's body cam footage which I'll share to our Facebook page so you can see it's body cam footage. It's footage in the house from hidden camera. Well, not hidden cameras, but cameras in the house. It's footage in the interrogation room, and it's kind of, you kind of see for yourself like what's going on, which is not normal for a murder investigation. Usually, you hear the story and you're using your imagination, but this time you kind of see it for yourself.
Yeah, I wonder what that was. Body cam. It's like, oh, that sounds interesting, unusual, different, crazy. Okay, so
yeah, body cam. The police have their body cam. What are you talking about?
Oh, that body cam. Okay, got it. You're right. But it's a
Lord.
little different. You did say that. So as far as us being privy to all of that, we don't normally see all of that. Yeah.
If you're just joining us from the first time, this is Love and Murder. I'm Ky. That girl over there that you're just like dropping your jaw to is Char. Our podcast is basically about relationships gone terribly, terribly wrong. And by terribly wrong, I mean people going 6 feet under instead of just getting a divorce or walking away from the relationship.
Yeah.
Please check us out on Stitcher, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts. Follow us on social media on Facebook at facebook.com/relationshipcrime and Instagram Love and Murder Podcast. Love Murder Podcast. Sorry. Instagram Love Murder Podcast. Also, I'm not going to go into a huge long introduction, but if you want to go ahead and find some bonus episodes of ours and get some more of our chatter, you can subscribe to us on patreon.com/love and murder. Be a subscriber of $5 and above if you want to get those bonus episodes. Crazier stories than we actually tell for free. Hair crazier stories than we actually tell for free. And hear Char's crazy life stories. So without further ado, did I say further ado? What the heck?
Actually, that is a phrase, I think. Yeah, further ado. That's fine.
No, I said further, like FURDER, not further.
Well, then you know what? It's a new trend. The further. Go further.
So without further ado, let's get into some love and murder. So tonight's episode is actually going to be a shock to Char because I did this one on my own. So she has no idea what we're even talking about.
It's the first time. I don't have a clue, guys, just like you.
Yep, she's learning about it just like y'all. So tonight we're going to talk about Robert Pointer and Chacey Pointer. It's Chacey Morman Pointer, but these are the people we're going to be talking about tonight. So let's talk about Robert Pointer. Robert Pointer, he was actually, I want to say, sorry, this took place in 2016, which isn't that long ago.
Right.
And it actually happened in Royce City, Texas.
Good old Texas. Everything's bigger in Texas, even murder.
This story is really, okay. So anyways, so Royce City, Texas. So Robert Pointer, he was actually a firefighter at the University Park Firehouse near Dallas, Texas. And that was like his dream job. He'd actually been a firefighter for like 19 years before he retired. Okay. So in the beginning years of his life, he actually married his high school sweetheart, Amy Pointer. And, while he was working as a fireman, and he was just, everybody says he was like this amazing guy. Like he would take time out to, help people that he rescued from a fire. He would take time out to talk to them and calm them down. In one fire, this little girl was freaking out as the fire was raging on, and he took time to like calm her down and talk to her and just get her to calm down. He actually also went out to Hurricane Katrina to help, the victims down there and to just volunteer his services down there. So that's kind of the type of person he was.
Consider him a hero. He's a hero of sorts.
Yeah, he's a really nice guy. He's, strong firefighter because, most firefighters are just really strong because you have to be able to like carry the hose, pull people out of burning buildings. You can't be weak to be a firefighter. So he was like a really strong guy, but like a teddy bear. And he really cared about people, and he really loved his job and everything like that. So, he's been married to, he married his high school sweetheart, Amy Pointer, and they actually had 2 daughters together, and they were just really happily married. Everybody said, it was a great marriage. They were married for like 20 years.
Wow, it's a long time.
Yeah. And while they were married, he was actually promoted to the captain. So he went from just a firefighter to the captain of the firehouse. So, but as with a lot of marriages, unfortunately, stuff started going sideways.
Whoa.
So, yeah. So in December of 2007, so you know what? I messed up because I said this would happen around 2016. My bad. The murder happened in 2016, but I'm going back to when everything started. So, anyways, so in December 2007, Amy, so his wife, his high school sweetheart, she kind of started suspecting him of cheating.
No.
And she suspected this because, you get, as a woman, especially she's been with him 20 years, she knows his habits and everything like that. So you kind of know how he acts, and you kind of realize when there's a change in the way people have been acting.
Their pattern,
so, yeah. So she says that, he was kind of like whenever she would call, he would keep the phone calls short and would just hurry up and get off the phone with her and be like really brief on the phone. And he started coming home late, which was something he never did before. And you know how women just have this kind of like intuition. We call it women's intuition.
Yeah.
And you kind of know when something's going on. Even if you're asking your significant other and they're like, "No, I love you, babe," and you're just like, "You smell of blueberry raspberry, I don't know, blueberry rose or something like that." Like,
you don't normally wear that. Why do you smell like blueberry rose?
Why did you start? I'm not saying this is what happened to
just
Robert, but I'm just saying
in
general. Why did you start working out? You didn't ever work out before. Like, you hate working out. Like, you just lost 25 pounds. What is this whole thing about not eating red meat anymore? You love steak. You know what I'm saying? Now you like fish. Or why are you starting to watch romance movies? When did that happen? or the kicker, what's this red lipstick on your collar?
Yeah, what is that? What is it? I mean, wow.
Yeah. I was watching some YouTube. You know how you go down the YouTube rabbit hole? And I was watching YouTube the other day, and it was just cheaters getting caught. So there was a bunch of videos of people catching their significant other cheating. And oh my gosh, it was pissing me off because I was just amazed at how calm these people were. I was like, why are you not kicking ass? Like in this one video, this was this a dude? Yeah, this dude came home and his girl and another dude were laying on the couch sleeping. And he woke them up. And the other dude, he didn't even act like he woke up. He kept acting like he was sleeping. And I was like, how are you not body slamming this dude? And in another video, a girl came home and her dude and the girl were in bed. Or no, they were in the living room watching a show. So he was on one chair, she was on another chair with her leg propped up like it was her house, texting or whatever. And she was like, "Excuse me." And the girl just looked up. She looked up like I don't know, like her friend just walked in the house and she was like, "Hey girl." So she just looked up at her and then went back to what she was doing. I was like, how are you not snapping? that would have like, I walk in my house and you're in my house and you're just gonna act like I'm the one who's not supposed to be here. I was like, so their reactions, and I know I shouldn't be like, oh, people should be violent, but it's some things that would just make me like snap, and that's one of
Yeah,
them.
absolutely. Mm-hmm.
And so it was pissing me off how calmly these people were dealing with being cheated on. Like, oh my god.
That is
And
really
so
strange.
then you have to turn around to the person you're with and be like, you ever do this? Of course, that's what I did. I was like, you ever? We'll pour hot cream of wheat on you.
No, give them a choice. You can have grits or creamy wheat. It's what's your pleasure? You're getting something hot and sticky.
I wouldn't do grits because I don't eat grits, so why waste my cream of wheat? I'll boil grits for a couple hours and then go pour it on him
Mm-hmm.
while he's sleeping. There.
That's funny.
But anyways, so she just had this woman's intuition, and she was just like, he's acting weird and something's wrong. And then one day, one of her daughters told her that Robert actually had another cell phone. And so with that just confirmed it. Why do you have a secret
Yeah,
cell
why
phone? You know what
do
I'm
you?
saying?
It's not for work.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's it. I mean, and even if it was work, why suddenly? You know what I'm saying? You've been a
Yeah.
firefighter like 19 years.
Yeah.
Suddenly you have a secret phone? Like, really? So, I mean, unless you're about to show me text messages in this phone, like I say, hey, let me see your secret phone. Like you didn't know I was coming for it, and I'm like, let me see your secret phone, and you're just like, oh yeah, sure, here. If you don't act like that and let me see that phone without question, without pause, you're cheating. I don't care. I don't care. There's no excuses. If you're just like, oh, this is for work, here you go,
There's
look in it.
no
Okay,
explanation. Yeah.
yeah. If you're here, look in it. This is for work, no problem. Fine, no problem. I'll look in it, and I will not accuse you of cheating. But if you just have a secret cell phone, you're not telling me about it, and you're kind of acting shady when I ask to see it, then we have issues. So anyway, I guess she confronted him on that, because who the hell wouldn't confront if you find out that your husband has a secret cell phone? And then he did come out and said he was having an affair. So the person he was having an affair with was this girl named Chacey Morgan, or Morman. Sorry, Chacey Morman. So at this time, he was like in his 40s, right?
Mm-hmm.
So she was 20. She was a 20-year-old nursing aide.
So she's half his age. Jailbait.
Yeah, yeah. So they actually met through a mutual friend. But initially he wasn't interested at all, because he was married. He has kids. He loves his wife. Everything like that. But everybody that they spoke with said that Chacey pursued him like hard. She was always going to the firehouse, and even when he wasn't there, she would go there and like try and find out more about him, try and find out when he's coming in, try and find out like, was he talking about her, try and find out stuff about him.
Like
This is what everybody at like the
stalkerish,
firehouse
it
said.
sounds like to me.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But then if you ask her, she was like, well, no, he pursued me, and I didn't know he was like married. Last time I heard, they were getting a divorce and they were separated, and I didn't even know he had kids. But how wouldn't you know that if you were like checking for him even when he wasn't around? You were asking all these questions about him. So if you go to the firehouse where his coworkers are, and they know he's a good guy, I'm pretty sure they were telling her that, yeah, he's married, he has 2 kids. Why are you asking about him? Why are you here again for the 5th time in one day? Stuff like that.
Right.
Yeah, but she was trying to act like, no, it was a mutual thing. He told her he was getting divorced and he was separated for his wife, and we don't have kids, and this and this and this. So this is how lying liars lie a lot. So anyway, so when his wife found this out, of course she was like, well, deuces. I'm not gonna stay in a marriage where you don't respect this family, you don't respect this house. So his wife, basically left him. They got a divorce and everything like that. and I do feel bad for her, that this happened to her. I'm not saying I'm not taking any of this lightly, being that she got cheated on. That's devastating, especially if it's